Hello friends. So in today's video we are going to do a very interesting question, and that question is next greater element. So quickly let's look at the question first. The question is an array is given to us, the size of the array is n and it has all distinct elements. Our task is to find the next greater element for each element of the array in order of their appearances in the array. Now what is next greater element? Next greater element of an array in the array is the nearest element on the right side which is greater than the current element. Also, if there is no greater element of the current element, then we have to print or we have to store -1. And at last, we have to return a vector or an array with all the greater elements of the current array. The example is they have given us an array, the size of the array is 4 and the elements are 1, 3, 2 and 4. So the output will be 3, 4, 4, -1. We will see the explanation, but the important thing while we are doing this question is that we have to take care of the time complexity, and the time complexity should be O(n). If we want to do this question in O(n) square, it is very easy. We can use two for loops. The second for loop will check on the right side for the greater element. It is very easy. But we have to do this question is O(n) time complexity. So first of all, quickly just see the example that they have given us. Here they have given us an array. The array elements are 1, 3, 2 and 4. And the answer array or answer vector, I will use the vector here. So the answer vector will contain the right side. Which element is greater of 1? 3 is greater than 1. Greater than 3, we will find 4 here. Greater than 2, we will find again 4 here. And greater than 4, there is nothing on the right side of 4, so it will be -1. So we can assume that always the last element will be -1, isn't it? Because there is nothing on the right side of the last element. Now let's just think, how can we solve this question? The approach is that instead of starting from the 0th index, we will start the process from the last index. Also, we will take the help of the stacks. We know what are stacks: last in and first out. So we will use stacks here. We'll name it as S. So how can we solve this question? Let's look at the implementation. Again, the array is given to us 1, 3, 2, 4 and my answer vector is empty and we are starting from the last index. Now, whenever we reach or whenever we iterate through our array, we will check in the stack if the stack is empty, and if it is not empty, we will look in the stack for the greater element. Okay, so when we reach at 4, we found that the stack is empty. So when the stack is empty, we will print -1 because there is nothing on the right side of 4 and there is no greater element than 4. So the first is -1. But after this, we will push this element in stack. So the element is pushed and now the stack contains 4. Then we will reach at 2. We will see for the stack. Is there any element greater than the 4 than 2? Yes, 4 is greater than 2. So we will print 4 and also now we will push this 2 into our stack. So this is our stack now. Then we will reach at 3. Now this is important. Please concentrate. When we reach at 3, we will see in the stack and pop the elements that are smaller than 3. So is 2 greater than 3? No, it is not greater than 3. So we will pop this element. Okay, this is pop. Then we will see, is 4 greater than 3? Yes, we know 4 is greater than 3. We found our element for 3. So we will print 4 here. And after that, as we know, we popped 2 from the stack. The stack was 4. Then we will push 3 also. After that, we will reach at the first index 1. Now again we will see the stack. Is there any element that is greater than 1? Yes, we found that 3 is greater than 1. So we will print this 3 here and then we will push 1 in the stack. Now as you can see, this answer vector is somewhat similar to the output but in the reverse order. So what we will do, after all the procedure, we will reverse the vector. Okay, I hope the implementation is clear to all of you. Now look at the code. Okay, so this is our code. As I told you, we have to return a vector. So I have created a vector here. After that, we have also used stack. So I have created a stack as well. Then I told you that what we have to do, we have to start the vector, we have to start the array from last. So this is our for loop and we have started from the last index. Then I told you that we have to check if stack is empty. That means there is no greater element present on the right side. So this is the same thing. We check if stack is empty. What we have to do, we have to push back in our answer -1, that there is no greater element present at the right side. But if this is not the case, if stack is not empty, that means there is something present in the stack. So what we will do, we have to check. We will use a while condition, and what we will check, while the stack is not empty and the top of stack is less than or equal to array I. Okay, so what we will do, this is our while condition. While is over here. Okay, it is ending here. So what is our condition? While the stack is not empty and the stack top is less than or equal to array I, we will pop the elements. After that, we will check if the stack becomes empty. That means there was no element which was greater than the current element. So we will push back -1. But if we got interrupted because the stack top was greater than the array I, you see there is AND condition. So if the while loop was terminated because the current element was smaller than the stack top. So this means that we have found our element and we will push back the s dot top, which is the greater element than the current element. And after this, what we have to do, we have to push the array element into the stack. After each iteration, we will push the array element in the stack. After that, I told you that we have to reverse the array. So here we have reversed the array and at last we return the answer vector which contains our original answer. So guys, I hope the video was clear to all of you, and if you like this video, if the explanation was clear to you, please like this video. Also, if you found this video useful, that means that my content is useful for you and the upcoming videos are more interesting. So please subscribe to this channel. Thank you friends.